Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local News for Thursday, March 12th, 2026. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department said in a statement posted to social media yesterday that they are investigating a potential act of war against unspecified targets in California. The department said that, quote, the Federal Bureau of Investigation shared with law enforcement agencies across California regarding a potential threat involving Iran. The Sheriff's Department said that as of Wednesday, no threats have been officially verified. ABC News reviewed the memorandum issued by the FBI to law enforcement agencies. They quoted it as saying, "We recently acquired information that as of early February 2026, Iran allegedly aspired to conduct a surprise attack using unmanned aerial vehicles from an unidentified vessel off the coast of the United States homeland, specifically against unspecified targets in California in the event that the U.S. conducted strikes against Iran. We have no additional information on the timing, method, target, or perpetrators of this alleged attack." In a statement issued yesterday, California Governor Gavin Newsom said, quote, "While we are not aware of any imminent threats at this time, we remain prepared for any emergency in our state." In Wednesday's statement, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department say that they have increased patrols out of an abundance of caution and continue to work closely with local, state, and federal law enforcement partners to monitor and identify potential threats. They ask that if any high desert residents see anything suspicious, that they immediately report it. The Big Morongo Canyon Preserve is seeking applications for 2 new board members for the nonprofit Friends of the Big Morongo Canyon Preserve, who oversee the preserve's stewardship. Reporter Gabriel Hart takes a closer look at board member qualifications, responsibilities, and how you can apply.
This year, Friends of Big Morongo Canyon Preserve is celebrating their 30th anniversary as a nonprofit organization dedicated to the stewardship of Big Morongo Canyon through education and responsible visitation. The Friends Group co-manages this preserve with the Bureau of Land Management and San Bernardino County Regional Parks. With only 2 staff members, they rely on an incredible volunteer team that exceeds 75 individuals. The volunteer team are the first point of contact for visitors at the entry kiosk. The birdwalk leaders provide the famous weekly birdwalks on Wednesdays. The trails and management team manages the many trails for enjoyable hikes. The native plant and pollinator garden team has revitalized the gardens at the Nature Center, and education docents provide outdoor field trips for elementary school children, along with birding for kids in partnership with Desert Recreation District. The Friends of the Big Morongo Canyon seek 2 new board members who are passionate about the preserve and will serve as an expert contributor, mission ambassador, staff cheerleader, and fundraiser. Candidates must be a donor or become a donor of the Friends Group, able to serve a 2-year term, be willing to assume responsibilities that will help the board meet its obligations, and be able to participate in monthly board meetings, either in person or via Zoom. If you are interested in becoming a board member, please fill out the application, provide a cover letter that expresses your interests, and the skills document stating what you will bring to the board team. Please send the documents to chair@bigmorongo.org. Deadline for application is March 31st, 2026. For application, please visit a link in this story at Z107.7FM.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Gabriel Hart.
The inaugural Mojave Half Moon Marathon takes place this weekend at the Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center in 29 Palms. Reporter Hillary Sloan has more.
The race will wind through the Marine Corps premier training base, offering participants a rare chance to run inside one of the country's largest military training facilities. The event is open to authorized base patrons and will feature members of the All-Marine running team, competing alongside military and civilian runners. The team competes for the Marine Corps in national and international events, such as Armed Forces Championships and Olympic-level competitions. Organizers say the Mojave Half Marathon highlights fitness, community, partnerships, and the stark beauty of the Mojave Desert, with the hope that the event will become a new annual tradition for the region. Runners will gather at a pre-race briefing at 5:30 a.m., with the first wave starting at 6. Only authorized base patrons and individuals with valid base access will be permitted to attend the event. For Z107.7 News, this is reporter Hillary Sloan.
If you have a clothes washer at home, you may be missing out on an opportunity to reuse your gray water for your home garden. The Morongo Basin Conservation Association is holding a workshop this Saturday to teach you how. Online news editor Robert Hayden has more.
A laundry-to-landscape gray water irrigation system can help repurpose water that normally goes straight into your septic system. Nicholas Holmes is a certified gray water installer, and he recently gave a talk at the latest Morongo Basin Conservation Association, or MBCA, annual meeting. He offered a detailed look at the planning, constructing, and operation of a gray water system. He discussed the plants that respond well to irrigation with gray water and those that don't, like the Joshua tree. California legalized residential gray water systems in 2009, and some systems, such as the laundry-to-landscape setup, can be installed without a permit if guidelines are followed. Holmes is holding a workshop this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. to teach you how. It's $135 and it includes lunch, but the workshop is free for MBCA members. To register, you can email holmesdesign@gmail.com or head to mbconservation.org to learn more about the event or become a member. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
The Morongo Basin has a vibrant and active music scene with studios and venues alive with talented local musicians. Every Sunday from 4 to 6, 2 hours of local music is curated and highlighted by host Pat Kearns on the Z107.7 Local Music Showcase. On tomorrow's episode of the Z107.7 Up Close show, Kearns will talk with host Gary Daigneault about some of the new artists, area venues, and local favorites. It's all about local music on the Z107.7 Up Close show this Friday at 10 a.m. The show is always available as a podcast at z1077fm.com later on the afternoon. Auditions for the Robert Harling award-winning Southern dramedy Steel Magnolias at Theater 29 have been announced for March 29th. Arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas tells you how to be a part of the iconic Magnolias cast.
Theater 29 and director Lisa Hodgson are excited to announce auditions for the beloved comedy Steel Magnolias, a story that celebrates the unbreakable bonds between 6 extraordinary women who lift each other up through life's sweetest joys and toughest trials. Auditions will take place on Sunday, March 29th at 6 p.m. on the theater main stage, 73637 Sullivan Road, 29 Palms. The creative team is seeking 6 women aged 20 and older. There are no child or teenager roles in this production to portray the unforgettable characters of Truvy Malin and Nell, Shelby, Weezer, and Clary. As director Hodgson says,
because this story thrives on connection, chemistry, and authentic relationships, video submissions will not be accepted. We look forward to seeing performers together in the room as the heart of this show comes alive.
Auditionees are asked to prepare a provided monologue from the characters they wish to portray. Character breakdowns and audition materials are available at theater29.org. Steel Magnolias runs weekends from May 8th through 23rd. Steel Magnolias at Theater 29 is supported by a generous grant from Visit 29. Reporting for Z1077, this is arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
And finally, in sports, the 29 Palms High School Wildcats varsity baseball team took the win over Desert Hot Springs this week with a final score of 13-5. Eduardo Avalos earned the win for the Wildcats. The hurler gave up 6 hits and 5 runs over 5 innings, striking out 6 and walking 2. Mauricio Montada threw 2 innings of no hits and no runs in relief. The Wildcats travel to Desert Christian Academy for their next game tomorrow. And the 29 Palms High School boys varsity tennis team traveled to Rubidoux High School to face the Falcons on Tuesday. The Wildcats lost 6-12. In singles action, Adonai Patu won one of his sets. Dayon Matthews won one of his sets. In doubles action, the team of Michael Acosta and Shad Johnson won one of their sets. The team of Adon Sanchez and Colin McGrory-Weir won one of their sets. The Wildcats host Coachella on Tuesday and travel to Coachella on Thursday. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.